I love you.
Welcome to the JesseAF show, where imagination and reality collide.
Take a step, but watch out. It can get a little weird. Hey everybody, my name is Jesse Grossbohlin and welcome to the JesseAF show. Today is Wednesday, October 2nd, 2019, episode 223. I post daily on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, SoundCloud, and YouTube. So please check in tomorrow for my next episode. I love you. I love you. I love you. What? Gotta keep Vermont weird, right? Okay. Yeah, I do love you guys. Yeah, I definitely do. But I like being weird. Yeah, I do. I absolutely enjoy being weird. I've been weird my whole life. Yeah, I have. But I never liked sharing my weirdness with people. I was always insecure about being weird and being judged and being laughed at, like so many of us have. But I grew up. Now, sure, some of us, we never really get over that feeling of being laughed at or being comfortable in your own skin, of being weird or smart or whatever you are. But I am. I always used to be so insecure about what I looked like, about how weird I was, how dumb I was, and all this other stuff. So, as a kid, growing up in school, you get judged. Makes sense. Kids judge you all the time. They put it all out there. But why did I let it get to me? That's the question. Why did I want everyone to think that I wasn't weird? Hello. That I wasn't weird looking. I was insecure, but I want to know why I was insecure. Where did that insecurity come from? Why did I believe that I had to look a certain way, I had to be a certain way for everyone to like me? So I, as a kid, I basically stopped. I pulled everything in, and I kept everything to myself. I was an outcast. In high school, I was a part of the art community most of the time. I always hung out with the outcasts, these people that were misunderstood, everything else. I would hang out with them. And I was most comfortable with those people instead of anyone else. Now, that could be because maybe I felt like I was around people that were as weird as me. Maybe I felt like I looked better than most of these people. Who knows? I don't know. But I got over my fear of being weird as I got older. It's actually funny because when I went to college, I didn't want to be associated with geeks. But I am a geek. I love computers. I love playing on computers. I like playing video games. I taught myself math. I mean, not really, but I did. So if you do know what radical -1 is, I taught myself that. I don't know why. It's I. Radical -1 is equal to I. Okay? I taught myself that entire math around radical -1. And I taught myself how to do it, and I learned it, and I got it really quick. I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. But I never really fell in love with math, only because everyone around me looked at math like it was a bad thing, and I wanted to fit in. I did. I absolutely love science. I love philosophy. I love science. I love the idea of picking things apart and learning how they work and everything else. I absolutely love all that stuff. It makes me really comfortable when I'm in that zone. But I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be like everybody else. So I didn't like math. When I was 13 years old, Mom comes in the room. Good morning, you're 13, happy birthday. Mom, I'm a teenager now. Let me go to sleep all day long and let me sleep in. I don't wake up early anymore. What is this? Why? Okay, to be honest, I wanted to fit in with all the other teenagers. So it's like, no, Mom, I'm a teenager. I can't wake up early. I need to sleep in all the time. What? That's weird. I knew who I wanted to be, but I didn't really have comfort with being myself. I always looked at everyone in my class, and I always looked at them, and I noticed that I was different from them and that I couldn't be like them. So I stayed to myself. I stayed with my 2 friends that I had in Catholic school, and I hung out with them. And I really only hung out ever with them. I was a good kid in my class. I didn't act weird with everyone else in my class because I felt like I would be judged. But going forward, right now in my life, I am my most comfortable when I am weird, when I am myself. And the weirder I get to you, the more out of nowhere kind of stuff that I say around you, the most comfortable I am with you. And there's some weird thing there. I want to be able to be that comfortable with anybody. Literally anybody. In the beginning, I was really closed up. I didn't talk about myself much. Yes, I did talk about my food allergy, but I talked about it as this terrible thing that cursed me in this world. But at the same time, I enjoy having my food allergy. I do. I'm really more comfortable with being weird instead of being normal. Whatever normal is. I'm happy being myself. I'm really happy being myself. And I can say now that I don't care if you want to judge me or not. I don't. I really don't care if you want to judge me, because I think it's actually really interesting. If I see someone judging me, I see them as judging themselves. Because Because if they're judging me about one thing that I do, then they've been probably judged, or they're judging themselves on that same thing. And they're trying to fix it about them. And they're just working on it so hard that they just judge everyone else that has that little quirk. I feel bad for those people. It's called empathy. Yep. So, when you feel weird about being weird, if you feel weird about being weird, if you feel uncomfortable about being weird, don't. You're actually going to lessen the stress that you have on yourself if you are more comfortable in the skin that you have. That's my truth for today. Be comfortable in your own skin. You'll get a lot happier. And trust me, am I happy? It's very difficult for me to get unhappy. Or it's very difficult to make me unhappy. I'm always trying to be positive all the time, because it's very difficult for me to try to be unhappy. I don't try to be positive. I'm just positive. I am. And I hope you guys are too, especially about yourselves. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's episode. I know I did. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you have a really great day. And remember, I love you.